Before I get on with this backpack, we got Feather, Mama Cat, and her son there, little Dixie, and Onyx is inside. I made sure before I got out I was well equipped. This is an Alice pack. It's the older style. I don't know, when in 1996 or something they went to the Molle system, M-O-L-L-E, something, whatever the hell it is. I know Alice is all-purpose, lightweight, individual carrying equipment. Remember that off the top of my head. And the frame is really what makes this thing. When you don't have the frame, the Alice pack really does pull down on your shoulders pretty hard. That's one of the disadvantages of it, but it's a strong pack. And yeah, a lot of times they kind of like canvas better in some ways, but canvas, when it gets wet, is very heavy. It's like extremely heavy, actually. It's several times heavier, just that alone. But this padding here and everything, it's great. I mean, even if you don't have the waist belt cinched down or nothing, it works pretty good. Just having that frame on there. I think that's the only real big disadvantage of the Alice pack is that it does without the frame, it really does pull down on your shoulders a lot when it's weighted down. I know my father was in Korean War, Korea, military police, actually in the Korean War, and also stationed in Germany as a speed bump for the communists. And also as an MP, he was supposed to watch out for, residual Nazis or something. So kind of gets me because the liberals are so anti-military. Freaking military is the only thing that really this snap is on here, man. God, let me get it. Okay. So that's why they changed that design. This is from the M1 Garand. That's the weapon he carried. 8 rounds. Originally, actually, the Garand was supposed to be I think a 7mm round, and they said the Army insisted on 30 caliber. And Garand, he designed it for 10-round clips, so it wound up being 8 because the 30 caliber was bigger. So they pop out. When it shoots it, this clip pirate that pops out the top. But that was a super big innovation in World War II. But basically the same type of thing. I got to put some WD-40 on these things. Same type of thing that, well, basically the military fought against fascism. That's our military. And, it gets me that the liberals don't like us because, whatever the hell you want to call them, I'm a liberal in a real way. But they don't like us because, I don't know why they don't like us. They're just, whatever the hell it is, But we're the guys that stop all the central, well, I guess the liberals are central control. Maybe that's why they don't like us. We stopped the central control. Well, my father was a guy, he wasn't in World War II, but he was in Korean War. But after World War II, he was in military police in Germany watching out for, Nazi activity, and he was going to be the speed bump in case they crossed over into Germany, the communists. Other control freaks, but nobody seems to care about none of this stuff, right? That's, why it is, because they've been handed freedoms for generations, and people are so spoiled, some of the generations, that it's going to have to go really get bad before things get better, because people have to relearn all the lessons all over again because they don't want to really learn from history. But yeah, another thing is too, that flag up there, the Cherokee flag, the other Confederate flag, those are very anti-fascist flags. They're the exact opposite of central control. Maybe that's really what goes going on. These people hate the military today. They want to control it for their own purposes. The citizen soldier. Actually, the last time we had the citizen soldier fight was more leaning towards the citizen soldier. I know it was getting more and more away from the citizen soldier since 1865, but the last time we really kind of went to not the citizen soldier was after Vietnam. Actually, when they went to this quote-unquote all voluntary, those are paid mercenary types. But this pack, actually, I like it. I mean, I'm not familiar with the Molle system or anything, but I really don't care. This thing works fine for me. It's can see how I have it kind of tied off and stuff. You can hang stuff on here. Actually, any of these systems is great. Anything the military used, even you're talking World War II, you're talking, even if you go back to 1860s and Civil War, or war between the states, or war of Yankee aggression, a lot of this stuff was, it's not that much different today than it was then. Even like you had the shelter halves and all that. So, but this is a good old pack. I had it forever, and it's pretty quick. You get it. They say the Molly system's faster to get at the canteens. I remember I used to shove the plastic canteen right in here if I had an extra ones, right in there. They fit no problem, man. And the canteen fit right in here exact without even snapping it down or nothing. It was easily accessible. Like you just take one shoulder off and you just grab it. If you didn't have, if you want extra canteens that weren't on your belt, you put them in your pack. That's what I do. I put them right there. But yeah, I've been taking a lot of that colostrum. To tell you the truth, I don't even want to reveal too much, because they get kind of stupid with what you can say and what you can't say. And I was thinking, why the hell? Now I'm realizing that even on my health videos, they're not liking some of that stuff because they're thinking it's an amateur claim. Well, shit, I know what I'm doing because I've been studying this stuff for more than 20 years, and I have a 130, 133 IQ. I had it measured twice, back in high school and also later after college. And and I look at some of the stuff that actually does work. Now the colostrum is something I just found out about, but that is amazing in itself, thousands of years old. But I've been taking, I think, about 7 or 8 more times than the therapeutic dose. Maybe that's why I've got this incredible energy. I did work out again 3 hours last night. Plan to be out here mowing the lawn a whole bunch and working out again 2 or 3 hours again tonight. I should be snapping back to my old self, more like in my 30s, even though I'm in my 60s, maybe even my 20s. I don't know. But be doing some humps with this thing. But this is, and to tell you the truth, I was in such stellar shape. I know everybody is, they could say that, but there's not too many. Some people in the Marine Corps work out way more than they need, they're required to. I was one of those people, right? And one time we were humping, and there was black flag conditions, which means it's over 90 degrees heat, 90% humidity. They usually ignore it. It was more like getting up to 100. And people were dropping out like flies, so I was moving up to the head. And I grabbed somebody else's pack. So I had 2 packs on me, no BS. And I was up in the front. Guys are like, you okay, Marine? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. But the thing is, I would run every single day 8 miles of hills in black flag conditions. They would say you're not supposed to do that because it was 95 or 100 degrees out and humid. I used to do that all the time. Then on the weekends, I'd either take out the bike, do maybe 100 plus miles on a bicycle, or I'd run a 20 miler or walk maybe 25 or 30 miles on hills. And normally I worked out twice a day. Like I did the 8-mile run in the day, and I would do working out after work, after the section closed down. So when you do all that stuff, I had this, it wasn't like I trained for like one event or something. It was just like I was doing all kinds of stuff. I had a real strong all-day endurance. That's why when I get on this elliptical machine today, I know it's the colostrum, but it's like memory, muscle memory from many, many years ago. Doing stuff, not where I was, but not most people in their 60s can't be doing what I'm doing right now. But I figured I'd pull this out because this thing, if you get the right stuff, it'll serve you well forever. It's always good to go with mil-spec pretty much all the time. Even at $17 Czechoslovakian 1970s vintage pack, I showed another video, I think on my other channel. That thing is great too. It's canvas, smaller than this. One thing I like about it is if you don't need to put too much stuff, it's like a good day pack. This is more for like going out for 72 hours or something, or 96 hours or something. Do the job. But yeah, a lot of this vintage, even this vintage stuff from World War II, it's good. Korean War. This would have been Korean War stuff right here. You notice how the belt closes? It's like it hooks into this. You turn it sideways and goes in there. Ain't like this stuff, you know. But it works good. It's strong too.